Good evening, Namibia. My name is Tonole Mungoba, your host for tonight for another amazing episode of Careers Bistro. Today, we have an amazing episode in store for you today. We covered the F&B Women's Day celebration brunch at Droombos on Wednesday afternoon. And for today's episode, we decided to compile a bit of a highlights show in case you missed the action as we live streamed it on our social media platforms. But before we get into the show, it's time for a commercial break.
Controls her own finances. She invests in the health, the nutrition, education of her family, and these are investments that end up bringing an intergenerational change with a ripple effect in the wider communities of our world. At a macro level, if you expand the financial inclusion for women, you have your staples that you wear every day, that are your comfort clothes, the things you turn to when you need to look good, feel good, and go out there and be your best self. And then building your portfolio means that you also invest in the foundation, being the reliable, low-risk assets that are going to hold your portfolio in good stead over the duration of your investment career, your long-term thinking.
And in the roles in the home, roles in the business, and roles in the workplace. One sees the journey has come quite far, but still has a way to go. And I think COVID-19, particularly for women in this room that run their own businesses, made it particularly difficult when you had to change business models while operating. Those financial challenges and business model challenges that COVID-19 brought about lent themselves to people who are very adaptable, as women tend to be. So a round of applause.
Actually in the travel industry, so isn't that awesome?
Journey, and tell us more about Innovate Group.
So 2 questions. So the background of my business journey is you first, you start out with this idea and the vision of, creating something, and, you make endless amounts of notes, and I was just trying to figure out what do I want to do? Do I want to do it as a side hustle? What am I able to do? And I think I can really say, if somebody asked me to sum up my business journey from start to here, it really hasn't been a straight road.
Yes.
And it's been a lot of figuring out. It's been a lot of, before you even get to the actual business of doing the business, it's a lot of work, in terms of finding out who you really are. Because it's one thing to start a job or to start a business with the right, criteria and everything, but it's another thing to be in the thing that sets your soul alight.
And I realized there's value in that.
Yeah.
So with that, Napanda's consultancy came to be, and what I specialize in currently is honeymoons.
Okay.
Those are my most frequent clients, and the special touch I add is that outside of just booking you into a beautiful place, finding the perfect spot for you, I'll have a special dinner set up, maybe in the desert, special lunch, perhaps have the pool closed off for you so you have a scenic lunch somewhere. So
Okay.
that's what my value is.
So you mentioned that you started off as a travel blogger, and then with all of the questions that people would send you, that's when you realized that there's actually like a market for it. Do you also specialize? Do you only focus on Namibian traveling, or do you also specialize in international getaways?
With the COVID-19 epidemic
Yeah.
hitting mostly the tourism sector,
Yeah.
I've mostly been specializing in domestic travel.
Okay.
Because of now the specials and the inability to move across borders, I've mostly been specializing with domestic travel.
Okay.
But I do plan to extend to international travel very soon.
Okay. So please tell us about your style and how your style and your business, they go together.
My style is simple. It's simple, it gets the job done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So before we get into the more serious part of things, I would like you to share when it comes to taking your aesthetically pleasing photos and making everything look so clean and so spotless and so wow. What are your 5, or let's say your tips that you would share with us when it comes to taking that wow photo? That aesthetically pleasing photo, because I'm also interested in that, and I'm sure the rest of our viewers are interested in that as well.
I think the most important thing is the lighting.
The lighting.
And with lighting, in order to get the perfect lighting, you need to know the perfect time to take a picture, and that's usually just after sunrise or just before sunset. And then the second thing, a photographer who cares enough to take 100 shots just for that one perfect one. Yeah, those are the only two.
The two tips.
5. There's only 2.
Okay, so there's no secret app that
No
you
secret,
use.
nothing.
There's no YouTube channel that you go to and go for tips.
Editing doesn't help.
Of course.
But those things are very performative.
Welcome back, viewers. I'm sure you yourself also saw what a diverse event that was, with lots of women from different walks of life, from different entrepreneurial fields such as beauty, baking, travel, consultancy, the works. It was all an amazing experience, and we would like to thank F&B for bringing women from all walks of life together to celebrate the difficult year it has been, and to also encourage women to continue networking and to continue collaborating with each other. So from me to Nole, it is time to say goodbye. We are going to miss our lovely viewers, as this was our last episode for the year 2020. We wish to see you guys next year for another season of Careers Bistro. So from myself to Nole and the Careers team, we wish you all a Merry Christmas and a happy 2021. Ensure that you always drive safe on the Namibian roads and to always care for one another. It is good night. Mwah.